Hey, good morning!
Good morning!
Society.
I'm just going to echo everything you say, Becca. How's that work for today's show?
That works great.
That works great.
Yeah, I love it. Hello. My name is Becca.
I'm Ruel.
And we're going to talk about board games at some point in this show.
Yeah, first we're going to wake up I'm going to wake up because someone had too much caffeine yesterday and is feeling it right now.
It's a caffeine hangover is what you have.
Is that what it's called?
I just coined it.
It is a caffeine hangover, folks. But hopefully you're feeling great. We are so happy to be here. Going to be talking about all kinds of games and getting into the usual shenanigans.
Yeah, we'll celebrate this new day here and dinner time in the UK.
Ooh, dinner time in the UK. I've never been to the UK.
What?
Yeah.
UK Games Expo just happened. We got to get you out next year.
I definitely want to go there.
I feel like it's actually currently happening or last week, perhaps.
I think it was last week, yeah.
This is an important thing that we could and should have researched and did not.
But we don't.
But if you were there, let us know in chat what you were up to, how it went. Mm-hmm. And
I've got this nice little mug here.
What? You have a mug? I have a mug.
You have a mug too. Folks, do you have your mugs? If not, you can click on the link that's going to show up real soon and purchase your own mug.
Or shop.goodtimesociety.com.
There you go.
Look, we're not a merch business, but we do want everyone to have this mug so that we can drink it together on Good Morning Society.
It is the Meepleception mug. I love this thing. I think it's so brilliant. And
it's designed, our own brainchild, created by the incredible Kiri Callaghan.
Yeah, and I remember the day we talked about it and all this, and it was such a a pleasant surprise when it showed up, and I was like, oh my gosh, it's a thing now, and I love this. Such a cool mug.
I feel like it was, I don't remember who said what, but it was like, okay, Ruel, we need a logo. What should it be?
Yeah.
Meeple drinking coffee. What if on the mug there's a Meeple drinking coffee on the mug of the Meeple?
Mind blown.
It happened.
It happened.
It exists and brings me great joy.
Yes, same here.
Other things besides games,
Yeah.
We're going to have a jacked up matchup later.
We're going to be playing a game together, and it's Circle the Wagons. I mean, look how tiny this is.
So tiny, fits in a billfold.
Yeah.
What an old man thing to call a wallet.
A billfold.
That's what my dad always called it.
Really?
And it was like 2 inches thick in his back pocket.
Wow.
I'm sure it threw his hips out of alignment, this thing.
Did he also call a refrigerator an ice box?
Yeah.
Did he? Oh,
well, my
wow.
grandfather did.
Okay, yeah. That's another term.
This is my whole purse and wallet right here.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, no billfold here.
Wait, is that magnetic?
Yeah.
Oh, that's so cool.
Look, let's just do a free ad for Apple, everybody. It's impossible not to. No,
Yeah.
that's I think one of the coolest products they make.
That is pretty cool.
Big fan.
I like it.
Jacked up matchup. We're also gonna finally get to share a shelfie.
Yes.
If your computer doesn't freeze, which no promises.
Yeah, we'll see. And you know what? Maybe we should. Well, no, I'm not going to jinx it.
You want to jump the gun? You want to start with the shelfie?
No, I think we're going to hold it.
Okay.
It's called a teaser, folks. That's what we talk about now, and we're going to see it later. Share your shelfie. Hopefully it'll work, but it's a terrific shelfie. I can't wait to share.
Of course, a shelfie is a picture of your game shelf. You can share your shelfie with us by going to our Discord, which I bet Nightcat will drop in chat right now.
Yes.
He's just that good. And hop in there to discuss all things Good Time Society.
Yeah. We've got a great show today. We're not only talking about all the games and doing the jacked up matchup and also doing the share your shelfies, but there was one other thing we were going to do. What was it? Oh my gosh, it totally slipped my mind. It was...
That's why we have an outline.
Talk about what's new on Good Time Society channel. There was a video that's dropped, folks, that was super awesome. Y'all played some Magic Commander.
Oh, we did play Commander!
Yeah.
There is a Commander video called Commander Party. It's got me, Josephine, Iffy, and our buddy Phil, and it was a lot of fun. These decks are from Modern Horizons 3, which has not yet dropped, so it was very exciting for us to get to see them early.
Yeah.
And today is actually the streamer event for Modern Horizons 3. So Magic, of course, is a card game with real cardboard, but also you can play online with Arena. And And for streamers, they have a special program for each new set of cards. They have about a week and a half early. You can access the cards digitally if you are a streamer, and then there's like a day, today is that day from 6 a.m. Pacific to midnight.
Okay.
And so I'll be doing a little streaming on the Becca Scott Twitch and then right here on this YouTube channel later in the day.
Very
Ideally,
cool.
we'll see. I haven't used my home streaming setup since like 2 Magic sets ago, so we'll see if it's before midnight and before the babysitter goes home when I finally get my stream working. We'll see.
Oh, nice.
Did I say we'll see enough?
Well, we'll see. Watching the video, I was really excited watching because I'm still new to the world of Magic. So just seeing it being played, I was like, oh, okay, I can do this.
It's not impossible.
Yeah.
You play 1 mana per turn, and you just cast what's in your hand. That's it. Read the card as you play it, or don't. But also, what I like at my level of table, especially playing Commander, because it's 4-person, there's kind of this bit of table talk and politicking that goes on. You can just say, hey, I'm thinking about playing this. What do you guys think? What should I target with it? You know, your friends will help you out, especially especially if they help you direct to a target that is not on their part of the battlefield.
I love it. That's so cool.
Yeah.
And also be sure to check out our newsletter because the links to the videos are there, along with cool stuff like my pick for Game of the Week and Maddie's Movie Corner, which Matt always comes up with these obscure movies I've never even heard of.
He's a cinemaphile. What are you going to do? He pulled them out of his back pocket at any moment in time. Yeah. And the one that he reviewed today is The Life and Death of Colonel Blimp from 1943.
Colonel Blimp.
Never seen it, but now I might need to. Having read the review.
Yep.
So that's it. What do you think about maybe anything else we should? Well, of course, we have to thank our sponsor.
Oh, yeah. Our sponsor today is
you. You can become a sponsor of this show and all Good Time Society does if you go to patreon.com/goodtimesociety. When we do role-playing games, we sometimes put talkbacks there. You can access all kinds of links to talkbacks that happened in the past for, say, the Calyx or other RPGs that we've filmed. And we're always trying to drop new little tidbits, but also that's the most direct way that you can support us. And we appreciate you so much when you do.
We do. Thank you all.
Without further ado,
let's move on to some. I like that. That was really cool. I just had to call that out.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Yeah, I like to create sound effects. This is live.
Sound effects.
There's no soundscape here except for the one in my mouth.
Yeah. You know where there's a place where there's a lot of sound effects? Rock concerts. Folks, rock concerts have a lot of sound effects, and there's a game called Rivals of Rock coming soon to you in 2025. And I wanted to highlight this first, Becca, because look at the designer. The designer is Candace Harris. What? Right?
Candace from Board Game Geek.
Yes, and also friend of Good Time Society. Candace, in real life, folks, she is a drummer for, I believe, a rock band. She's an actual, like, real-life drummer, and pretty freaking amazing. She is partnered with Academy Games to put out a game called Rivals of Rock, where you're going to lead your ambitious and upcoming rock band to fame and fortune.
That is awesome. Candace is an absolute delight. If you're not following the Board Game Geek podcast, you should. I heard her voice on there, and I was like, I need to meet this person. She just lives and speaks with such joy that I was like, I need you in my life. And she came in and played some games with us that we're gonna post in a couple weeks here.
Oh, cool. Awesome.
And it was so much fun. And I just love when content creators that are in this space become designers, because they've just been absorbing so many games and so much information that they're like, okay, I know what my game is. Let's go. And kudos to Academy Games for collaborating with Candace on that.
Yeah, I mean, obviously it's a subject that is near and dear to her heart, being a musician, and you're gonna go over the course of 3 seasons trying to build up your rock band by recruiting and leveling up your musicians and your songs, and hopefully when you, when you perform gigs, you'll be able to increase your fame and fortune, and after 3 seasons, whoever has the most fame wins. Now, this game's going to be released sometime in 2025. They don't have the exact date, but partnering with Academy Games is so interesting to me because they're known for a little heavier fare, like war games and stuff, and some historical educational games. And I thought about it, and I think it actually makes some sense because Candace plays some heavy games. She is like us, she's a fan of Twilight Imperium, and she also plays a bunch of heavier Euros and whatnot. So I'm looking at this, I'm thinking she's going to take all that experience in gaming and all her experience as a drummer and funnel it into Rivals of Rock coming out in 2025.
Yeah, I find that the people who are most experienced with complex games design the best simple games because they know how to pack complexity into a seemingly simple package.
Yeah, that's so true. I think it's taking everything that they've learned and streamlining it down so they know exactly what the heart of like a mechanism is or whatnot. But yeah, super excited about that. And we had rock bands, and you know what else goes with rock bands?
Manatees. Is that where you were going with that?
I was, yeah. And I heart manatees.
Obviously.
Yeah. I mean, we go from Candace Harris, super excited about that, to this designer. You may know this designer, Eric Lang.
Heard of him.
Yeah, designer of Blood Rage, Ankh, Arcadia Quest, all kinds of fantastic games. Eric is also, a fun fact, he is a metalhead. So just, we go from musician, drummer Candace to metalhead Eric. And he's got this game called Manatees. He's actually a huge fan of Manatees. That's his jam.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Also, gotta shout out Justin for coming up with the perfect segue. Manatees are the rock stars of the sea.
Oh my God, Justin. Chef's kiss. That was beautiful.
Brilliant. Yes.
So the Rock Stars of the Sea, what you're doing here is a tile laying game, and
yes.
Yeah, and we all love tile layers here at Good Morning Society, and you place them in order to grow your manatee habitat, and you want them to be healthy and happy and well fed as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, there is some take that, so you can mess with your friends' boards where, hey, you're going to send a little bull shark here, and the bull shark. Not only is it close to being a profanity, but it's a type of shark that's going to take care of manatees from your players, your opponent's boards.
No bull shark?
No bull shark.
Got him.
Bull shark, yeah. We're bringing back the monkey.
Cymbal clap.
Yes. So I got to try a prototype of this earlier this year, and Eric was so hyped about it. And he was just telling us, he told us this long story about how he came to appreciate manatees as a child. They would go to the local like SeaWorld, I guess, wherever, whatever that was, and see manatees, and he just bonded with them and connected with them, and he always wanted to make a game about it, and now he has.
That day has come.
The day has come.
I do have to call out that these stones on the side that I see you place, there's like little tiles that can fit up to 4 stones. They look exactly like my gummy vitamins.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Oh, they're manatees!
Oh yeah, they're manatees, not gummy vitamins.
Okay, well,
but who knows?
I might confuse them and accidentally swallow them.
Be careful. So this one will be out later this year. I believe it's a Gen Con release, so very excited about this because I love Eric Lang's games, and I love the fact that Eric Lang, and there's some other designers who've done these heavier Euro games and who are known for all, heavier fare. They're coming to the mainstream market. So these mass market games, they're taking that design sensibility and funneling it into this.
That's what I was thinking of when I was just referencing, we were talking about Candace's Rivals of Rock. When a complex-minded designer designs a simple game, I was thinking Eric Lang. That was the name that came to mind.
Yes, and there it is. I heart manatees, friends. Oh. Super excited about that.
An I Heart Huckabees reference is what people are shouting out, specifically Ray. I haven't seen that movie in so long. You have to re-describe the whole premise to me, Ray.
I've never seen it.
You've never seen it?
No.
Okay.
Is that the movie with I Heart Huckabees, Julia Roberts?
I associate it with Mike Huckabee now, which is terrible. So.
Okay, yeah.
2004, husband and wife team play detective, but not in the traditional sense. Instead, the happy duo helps others solve their existential issues.
What?
The kind that keep you up at night wondering what it all means. It's a David O. Russell film that did like Silver Linings Playbook.
Oh.
With Jason Schwartzman, Jude Law, and Naomi Watts. I need Matt to write a review and put it in the newsletter because I'm going to be rewatching this. I forgot. This was like in 2004, 2005. I remember this being everyone's favorite movie. It's like very screwball comedy. Like, you know the guy who made The Lobster? I forget his name. That absurdist comedy.
Okay.
Where it's like, just asking questions about the nature of existence. And that, I remember Mark Wahlberg is a fireman that's like doubting whether he should be a fireman. That's this movie,
Marky
right?
Mark's in this? Okay.
It's like there was a certain type of person in that era whose 3 favorite movies were Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind, I Heart Huckabees, and Lost in Translation.
Yes.
Oh.
Yes.
That was a personality.
Absolutely. This was a personality type, and just the fact that it has been brought back is blowing my mind.
Interesting.
What is the reference to I Heart Manatees here? That's what I need to know.
Is it just the I Heart part?
Maybe.
Yeah.
The E's and the I Heart Manatees, I Heart Huckabees. I don't know.
Okay,
Maybe my
okay.
brain's just broken.
Hey, welcome to the club. Take care of Ruel sounding like Al Capone right now. Ooh.
Look.
Yeah, you said that they'll take care of your opponent's manatees.
And of course, I flashed to the scene in The Untouchables with Robert De Niro as Al Capone. You ever see that one?
No.
Oh no, he's got a baseball bat and he's talking about baseball and.
Your favorite topic?
My favorite
besides
topic,
games.
the Los Angeles Dodgers, unfortunately lost last night, but they're going to be back on a winning streak starting today against Pittsburgh Pirates.
Oh, congratulations.
Thank you. How's Blood on the Clock Tower doing these days?
Oh my gosh, a triple. We're going straight from the movie
right.
corner to the Dodgers to the Blood on the Clock Tower hour.
I really need to give you this graphic that that's where it made. But Becca's Blood on the Clock Tower corner. There is a clip on Instagram. I didn't post it. It was in somebody's stories because, friends, I introduced Blood on the Clock Tower to no other than Brennan Lee Mulligan. And let me tell you, this man broke the game. He is not allowed to be on the evil team again. So Brennan Lee Mulligan, if you live under a rock, and I don't know how you'd know what this is and not that, but he is the dungeon master on Dropouts Dimension 20, also of Game Changer fame, you know, like the most popular thing that happens on Game Changer is Sam torturing Brennan. And of course, Sam is in our Blood on the Clock Tower play group as well. There is a video of my husband, David. It was down to him and Brennan, and David is making his case as to why we have to kill Brennan. David is if he is not evil, Brennan must be evil. So David knows. Brennan is trying to convince everyone of the opposite thing, and he's just, this video is David saying, "Oh, I'm Brennan Lee Mulligan, and I don't understand. This is my first time playing the game. I don't know. Could David be evil? Brennan is a game master professionally," and goes on this rant. No one believes David. Everyone believes Brennan, and the evil team wins. And
nice.
It was so delightful, and Twice this man fooled me. Fool me once, shame on you. But the second time, my ghost vote could have swayed everything. Oh. And it was down to Brennan and one other person yet again. Iffy and Wadaway's partner Im, and I choked at the last minute. I knew Im was the demon, but then, and Brennan I thought was good, and but he's just such a persuasive speaker, this man. And so what I have learned is that when I am the storyteller, I will cheat and I will make sure he gets on the good team, because I want to see what his powers could do for good. I've seen what they could do for evil.
Email is evil sometimes.
Yeah, truly. Word slip, because email is the epitome of evilness. Anyway, rant over. That's Becca's Blood on the Clock Tower corner.
Wow, thank you for that.
Oh, sorry, forgot something very important. Jams, who is a professional storyteller from the Pandemonium Institute, flew down for some other reasons, but also just to play with us and run a game for us. And she was absolutely brilliant, and it was so much fun to play with her. And it just felt, it was a great honor to have Jams there.
That is amazing.
Yeah.
Wow, that's so cool. Folks, there's your Blood on the Clock Tower wrap up with Becca Scott.
There you go. That's what I've been up to.
Cheers. let's continue from that into another game. I need to work on my segues. So let's see, Blood on the Clock Tower.
Speaking of
I'm trying not to say
being
speaking of.
high and dry, trying to catch a demon.
Yeah, there's demons and Fire Mountain. There's all kinds of Fire Mountain demons, and specifically the Wrath of Fire Mountain. You know, we've been talking about designers this whole time. We talked about Candace Harris. We talked about Eric Lang. Hey, look, Eric Lang is back. This time he's partnered with Phil Walker Harding.
Your favorite designer of all time, it seems like,
Yes.
because your notes say.
Exactly. Praise be.
Praise be.
Praise be. So they're teaming up for Wrath of the Fire Mountain. And this is another one I got an early look at, a prototype. This is an area majority game, but super like accessible. It's got dinos and cavemen, dino eggs, and you're trying to appease the mountain or the volcano. You don't want bad things to happen from Fire Mountain. So in this game, the terrain shifts and you're trying to take over the land with your tribe. And you roll the dice, choose your actions, and then move your cave people around to dominate the areas, hatch dinosaurs, and try to control the volcano. And if you do, you'll win the game.
This has some components I'm a big fan of. There is a plastic volcano on one of the tiles, as well as really detailed dino minis.
Yes.
Those are really cool.
Super cute.
Yeah, I love the colors that they've chosen. I think that this game looks absolutely delightful. What an interesting twist on area control to have it based on tiles.
Yeah, and again, you get two rock star designers like this, and this is what they come up with. I'm all for it. Again, this is going to be a game that's very accessible to families and younger gamers and newer gamers. It's going to be out at Gen Con August 1st. So. Yeah.
We're going to have such a big haul after Gen Con. It's not going to fit on the table. I feel like we should do a lot of unboxings in second week of August.
I cannot wait. And I haven't totally booked my plans for Gen Con yet, but I've already thought.
Hotel? Flight?
TBD. It's getting close.
Okay.
It's getting real close.
Okay.
But
yeah.
I know this. I know what I'm doing, and this is what I do every year. I take a suitcase, my luggage, and inside that luggage is another suitcase that's empty, and that's the one I'm going to put all my games in.
That's so smart.
Yeah, and certain airlines, I'm not going to advertise anyone, but there's certain airlines that give you 2 free check bags. So those 2 check bags are going to be full of games.
Yeah,
and
that's a good idea.
Yeah, and I bring my handy dandy, what is it called? A luggage weigher.
Oh,
scale?
yeah, sure.
Yeah, it's a scale.
A weigher.
A weigher, yeah. So I use the weigher, and it's a scale, and you get up to, I think it's 50 pounds per bag.
You do. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and last year I got one at 49 and the other one at like 48.5.
I love that.
It's insane.
Oh, nice. I often am like, oops, I forgot to bring an extra bag. You're going to have to ship this to me. But I won't be that person this time.
Nice.
I will bring an extra check bag. That's a great idea.
Yeah.
Or just like one just has a hairbrush in it. Like, yeah, check that. Check that for me.
We're going to put games in there. More games. Invincible, the hero building game. Now, I have not read the comics, but I did watch season 1. Did you see this?
I have not seen Invincible, but I'm so impressed by Skybound.
Yeah.
I have a lot of friends over there, and I just think as a company, I've always had good experiences with them, so I'm so glad that this show took off and they were able to have this whole other avenue of content to bring people fun.
Yeah, they do a really fantastic job of bringing these IPs into the gaming space. And the series, like I just watched that first season, I had no idea what to expect, Becca. And after that first episode, like my eyes went, like what the heck? Like no spoilers, but you don't see it coming, and it's like all of a sudden like the rest of the show is like, oh my gosh, this is way different than I expected, but it's really good. And what Invincible, the hero building game is, it's one of my favorite mechanisms, bag building. So you're bag building and tableau building. So you're gonna be building a tableau. Unfortunately, there's no photos yet because this is gonna be out later this year. We do have the Invincible, the main hero whose name I forgot, but it's press your luck, and you're going to try to build up your tableau and hopefully defeat the baddies and rescue the civilians. Now, it is campaign-based, so you're gonna, if you know the story, you're gonna go through part of the story here, which is exciting for me.
Just a little, the main character is Mark Grayson.
Mark Grayson,
is that
yes,
right?
yes.
And the voice actor is Stephen Yoon, who
That's
I am
right.
such a big fan of.
Same.
I'll just click on,
Yeah.
I'm already on
He
IMDb.
played Glenn in The Walking Dead, and of course that's tied back into this property because this is Robert Kirkman, the designer, the artist and writer of The Walking Dead, also did Invincible.
Yeah.
So
that makes sense.
Yeah.
Somebody's in that executive producer role, and they're like, guess what? Who's my favorite actor? Let's go, Stephen Yeun.
Yeah, Stephen Yeun.
I am a huge fan of the show Beef.
Oh, I have
Yeah.
not seen that, but it's Stephen Yeun and
Ali Wong, who's one of my favorite stand-up comedians.
She's
So inappropriate. I would say like a feminist comic, in my opinion.
I love her.
Talks
Yeah.
a lot about naughty things, too much for this show. That I think she's absolutely hilarious. Beef starts as these two strangers, Stephen Yeun and Ali Wong, get in a road rage situation, and it escalates from there. They are both completely irrational with anger issues and are unable to see that their absolute hatred of this other person is their hatred of that aspect of themselves, because they both share this trait. And it's insane TV that goes to some really wild places. And this has nothing to do with board games. I just went on this tangent because I love the show Beef and all these actors. But
I wanna watch it.
he voices Invincible.
Yeah.
That's where we started,
Yeah.
and now we're back.
He's really good. One last thing about Beef. I feel like it's such a very LA specific type of show, right? The whole road rage thing. Scary stuff out there, folks.
I think there is a point. So I moved to LA from the Midwest. Obviously, driving is very different, and I was always in a hurry and angry for a long time. I also had jobs that were across town during rush hour, and I no longer have that. I try and keep everything near to me.
Yeah.
But something switched after years of being here, where I just decided getting there 5 minutes faster is not going to make my life better. My life will be made better by letting people come into the lane. And that choice to choose a no road rage has really completely changed my life for the better.
Awesome.
But I feel like it had to be a conscious choice that I made.
It didn't just happen. You had to think about, that's a great story. And it's actually, it's a really, I'd like to share a story as well.
Please.
Because I nearly had an episode of road rage myself last week. After last week's show. I went out, I stopped off at Roma Market in Pasadena, beautiful, like a nice little Italian market. Mr. Mazzeo, shout out to him. He's been there since like 1950. And they make the best sandwiches. So I go there sometimes after the show to pick one up, and the parking lot there is very small.
Oh, yeah.
And people are waiting. And I had my signal on, signaling I'm gonna go to the space, and guess what, Becca? Someone zoomed in.
Now that's not okay.
I was livid.
Yeah.
I may have said something to the young gentleman who was driving the car.
You should have.
Yeah, and I did. And someone backed me up, and I was like, I'm not going to start anything, but I am going to say something.
Yeah.
Like, that's not right. But I didn't say that's not right. I said something along those lines. But afterwards, I let it go.
Yeah.
I said my piece, and I told Michelle, I was like, we had a great show. We got some things coming up here. It's wonderful. I'm going to remember those moments.
I'm so sorry that happened.
Yeah, me too. Ugh.
Yeah.
Okay, that's all.
But you gotta, or else the only person that is hurt by you continuing to be upset is you.
Exactly.
For sure.
Yeah, exactly.
But the hardest thing, but also the most satisfying thing, is if you can say to him, "Sir, do you know you broke the social code today? And I was waiting, and you took my spot." And watching them freak out when you have total composure.
Oh, I like that.
That is a true power move. Not that I've ever done it. I definitely scream obscenities at people in parking lots.
Okay, cool.
But
because that's along the lines of what I did.
The dream version of playing it back is like, okay, but can I truly crush their soul by killing them with kindness?
Killing them with kindness.
Yeah. I challenge you next time you're that mad.
Yeah, I'm going to go to the sandwich
say
shop.
something, but say that thing in a way that confronts who they are as a person.
We're getting so deep here. I'm totally going to the sandwich shop today. I'm going to try it out.
Yeah, look for that guy too.
I'm going to put my signal on, just wait for someone to take it. I'm going to troll them.
Lay the bait. Let's go.
Folks, laying bait is nothing to do with this next game. It's called Everstone, Discovering Ignis. We're trying to restore found relics to working condition as efficiently as possible. This game looks like a classic Euro design where you've got hand management, multi-use cards, and some really nice components as well. This one is coming out early next year, but of course we get the early look here on Good Morning Society because that's what we do. There are a couple of different influence tracks you're going to work on. You're going to travel, influence, and trade with pioneers, harvest the land, and repair the relics. And hopefully you'll do that in a way that you can chain your actions. And I know y'all Magic players, you'd love to chain and combo all your actions. So this may be one of those type of games. You're going to build an engine, manage those resources, and hopefully discover Ignis.
This is the first game from this publisher.
Oh, is it really?
Yeah, this is
cool.
McDavid Publishing.
Wow.
And the designer is Sam McDavid. So congratulations to Sam for launching the first game. This looks really beautiful. I mean, I feel like we don't feature a lot of first-time publishers here because, you know, we're looking for the hottest things coming up. And so kudos to him. Let's see. And this is the first credit as a designer that Sam has as well.
That's so cool.
So that's it looks excellent. Yeah. Really, really polished.
Yeah, that's
coming
a
out
great
the
word.
gate.
Yeah, and this looks like something that would be on one of our shelves ready to go. Classic Euro design. And I mean, it's got dice, it's got cards, and it's got meeples, folks.
Obviously someone that has researched. I'm sure he knows his games.
Absolutely.
Based on this.
So that is Everstone Discovering Ignis, coming out in 2025, quarter one, which means either January, February, March, if my quarters are correct.
Yeah,
is that
that's
right?
correct.
Okay.
That's correct.
There you go.
There are 12 months.
There it is. There are 12 months.
Divided by 4.
Divided by 4 equals 3. And those first 3 are in January, February, and March.
But not January. Nobody does anything in January.
We're all still recovering from the previous year. Okay, moving right along. So we've discovered Ignis. Let's discover a game called Star Wars: The Deck Building Game Clone Wars Edition.
Yay! I have not played the Clone Wars edition, but we created a video for Star Wars: The Deck Building Game.
Yes.
I don't know if it ever. Never mind. We never did.
I live streamed it here with Jake. We played a game of Star Wars: The Deck Building Game.
Oh, fun!
With Xander and I think, was it Josephine? I forget. No, Gina.
Oh, that's so much fun. Yeah, I knew that.
Yeah.
I think I was out of town, but
I think you were. Yeah.
I loved we did a tutorial, even though it does not yet exist in the world.
Oh, okay.
But so I know this game intimately, and I thought it was incredible. I mean, I love Star Realms, and this is an elevated, extreme version of that type of deck builder.
Exactly. It's elevated. It's got all the Star Wars stuff that you love, and this version has the Clone Wars stuff, so it's a standalone, but you could also combine it with the original game as well, which I love. And you can see there you've got Obi-Wan Kenobi and all the other characters, Jango Fett and General Grievous, and even Jar Jar. I'm not going to comment on that. I'm an old school Star Wars trilogy fan.
You're not going to comment on Jar Jar? I don't know if there are Jar Jar fans in the world.
There's got to be, right? Or else they wouldn't have been the card.
I think it is one of the few things that unites all of humanity that we all find Jar Jar annoying.
Oh yeah, that's what united humanity. It was our hatred of Jar Jar Binks. So
Quixotic Odyssey, you know what you're doing. You know you don't really like Jar Jar.
Episode 1 was my favorite Star Wars for a long time.
Well, that's because you were a kid when it came out.
Yeah,
it was one of the only ones that I saw in theaters, for obvious reasons, because I'm so young.
It also has the best thing that Star Wars ever did.
What was that?
Don't say Jar Jar Binks.
Don't say Jar Jar Binks.
Jar Jar Binks. Pod racing.
Okay.
Pod racing.
Pod racing, I'm okay.
Greatest Star Wars invention of all time.
I'm okay with pod racing. Jar Jar, no bueno.
For the pods. Do it for the pods.
Do it for the pods. So this game, as Becca said, this is elevated Star Realms. It's a quick 2-player battling game. One side are the Imperials, the Empire. The other side are the Rebel Scum, and you're going to go at each other and recruit your favorite characters and some of your not so favorite characters into your deck, and those will give you resources, combat strength, and also the really cool part of this game, the Force. So the Force is like a tug of war, and whatever side it's on, if the Force is on your side, it may trigger additional abilities. And I love that about this game. So like in the original, you had Darth Vader, right? And he does like 6 damage or whatever. But if the Force is on your side, now he does 10 damage, which straight up takes out starships out of the sky. It's crazy. So this one, Clone Wars, I'm very excited about this because it's Star Wars, it's deck building.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. I mean, what more can be said? If you like Star Wars, I think this is one of the most solid Star Wars games that's out there, aside from the other Fantasy Flight Star Wars games.
Yeah. Now
Star Wars Unlimited is phenomenal, but that is a completely different community. If you are trying to play a game with someone that isn't coming in with their own prepped deck, that's like, hey, you like Star Wars? You want to play 1v1 or a 4-player version of this game? This is the perfect game.
Yeah.
Star Wars Unlimited. Now that is for, the true trading card gamer that wants to be building their deck, that wants those complex interactions. Fantasy Flight is putting out 2 simultaneous, intricate Star Wars games.
I'm all for it. Yeah, more Star Wars the better. Now, I will say this, when I get my copy of this, I'm going to take that Jar Jar Binks card, and I'm going to pretend it's a legacy game. Boom.
Quixotic Odyssey is throwing up a little bit.
Yeah,
in his
that's for you, Odyssey.
Yeah.
Now, we talked about Star Wars, and now we can move to a different IP, the DC Universe, featuring Harley Quinn. This is a game called DC Super Skill Pinball, Harley Quinn Ball. Now, we've talked about Super Skill Pinball before. This is a roll and write game that emulates a pinball machine. So you're playing pinball with a roll and write game, and then this one, the theme is Harley Quinn. So all of the boards, which of course they don't have pictures yet because it's so early in the game right now, the boards, the pinball machines you're gonna be using will have like the Joker or Harley Quinn, or I don't think Batman's in this one, but Catwoman and so all the other great characters. I love Super Skill Pinball. It's a super simple roll and write game, but it really does feel like you're playing pinball.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, now I need to see a classic of Super Skill Pinball.
Yeah, they have so many different versions, Becca, and I think my favorite is probably the Christmas edition. They have an elf board, so it's got a picture of Will Ferrell, and it's hilarious. They also have an old school Star Trek one with all the different episodes, a few different episodes of original Star Trek and Star Trek The New Generation. The game is really cool. Basically, you're taking a 6-sided dice, roll it, and then you mark it on your board. Like, hey, I'm going to mark off, this flipper or this bumper that I've hit, and that's going to score you points. But then as you play, you literally have a silver ball that you're going to move down because, gravity and all that, that stuff. You've heard of it?
Not necessarily a fan.
Yeah, it depends, I guess. The ball moves down, and then you have to hit it with your flippers by, again, rolling dice. And eventually the ball is going to go out of play, and then your game is over, and you score up your points.
That's creative thinking right there.
It's super brilliant. I love it. And I played a few of the different versions. I'm looking forward to this one because it's Harley Quinn. Who doesn't love Harley Quinn?
I think you mean Lady Gaga. Did you see? I was at the movies. I went to see Furiosa, and I haven't been to the movies 3 times since my baby was born. But it was time for a date night.
Nice.
And the Joker movie has a second in the new one.
Okay.
And Lady Gaga plays Harley Quinn. Folie à deux, I do not speak French, is the subtitle. And I feel complicated. This is the Joaquin Phoenix Joker, which I thought the first one was a beautiful film that is like scary in the level of like the way the point could be misinterpreted.
Oh,
Did you ever see it?
No.
It is so dark, I don't think you should.
Oh, really? Oh, now I'm curious.
I told Ruel he's too sweet ready for it, and now he's
now
challenged.
You gotta see it.
This is neither here nor there, but I will go on movie tangents all day long, and
Nice.
but I'm excited because I feel like Lady Gaga as Harley Quinn, and they have the origin story of her in an asylum, and it looks very intense, and I think that I will want to see it and then also be very sad after seeing it. One of those.
Nice.
Yeah.
I can't wait.
I have disappointed all the French speakers in Missouri. I need you to give me a pronunciation guide because I speak Spanish, baby.
Yes.
Hey, Harley Quinn was in the Suicide Squad, right?
Yes.
And the Suicide Squad, there is a bunch of fun guys.
Oh, I see what
That's
you
right.
did
I
there.
stole it from you.
Segue,
Ray just straight stole our transition. That is, well done, Ray. Give yourself a point, at least 1 point for yourself.
1 point,
Yes.
just one.
A bunch of fun guys. It's a game about collecting mushrooms.
Guy.
Yeah. So, do you want to be? It's a card collecting game, set collection, and you're bidding for the different fun guy cards. And I love that they're actually called fun guys.
Fun guys.
Yeah. You have your recipe cards. You're trying to complete those with the fun guy cards that you get. I wanted to highlight the designer here, Brian Kirk. Worked at Prospero Hall, designed a really terrific push your luck game called Push, and also worked on a bunch of the Villainous expansions as well.
This is also from Gamewright, which is the Wrath of Fire Mountain publisher that we talked about earlier in this episode. And they do really nice, clean, simple games. Like, have been around a while, and everything is sharp.
Yeah.
Sharp from them, I would say.
Yeah. Gamewright, they do very family-friendly games. So a bunch of fun guys. It looks like it fits perfectly with their line of games. Speaking of lines, there's a line in the game Pac-Man where you're trying to munch on the line of power pellets.
Power pellets.
Yeah.
Look at you with the terminology.
I hope that's what they're called. But here, Corridor, Pac-Man, being released actually sometime this month, June 26th. It's a re-implementation of Corridor. Now, this company is known for these games that are abstract games, and what they've done is taken an abstract game and rethemed it with Pac-Man. So
cool. I don't know Corridor, but this is a classic game, it looks like.
Right. You're just, I haven't played it, but I've seen the original Corridor where you're literally putting up walls to trap your opponents. But here, you're doing it to trap the monsters, I guess, and then eating the power pellets. And I love the components. I love that they've done this with a classic video game. Wow, these are some really cool photos.
This was the perfect mashup.
Yes.
So Corridor is from 1997, which I think is ancient times.
Did they even have games back in 1997?
Surprising, just this one.
Oh,
and
okay.
chess. Go wasn't even invented yet. I'm just kidding. But yeah, this is like building walls to move a Pac-Man. What a cute way to investigate this.
Yeah.
And I like the little Pac-Man piece in particular. They really nailed the big open mouth.
They did, yeah. So yeah, if you want to build walls, I mean, this is the one to go into.
Or break them down.
And if you want to see a character with a big mouth, there it is, Corridor Pac-Man, folks.
That's the reason to play this game, folks.
Yes.
You heard it from Ruel. If you want to see a character with a big mouth, or if, of course they love big mouths because they're watching the show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Big mouths, and we got one more thing.
A big heart.
A big heart, yeah. Big mouths, big shelves. How about that? That's GameLax. This one's launching in 6 days. And I had to bring this up because I know Becca is a huge fan of organization.
Yes. What you mean in the 30 minutes before the show when I should have been prepping and looking at the outline, I was organizing our shelving? Is that what you're referring to?
And you brought in a shelf right here in the studio. I love this. It looks great.
Yeah, new shelves.
Now look at this. A lot of us are familiar with is it Calyx or Calyx shelves? It's Calyx, isn't it?
Calyx, because it's different than my RPG show, Calyx, which is the inside of a flower, which didn't occur to me when I named the show.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that they are the same.
Well, I'm glad I know that now because this Calyx as you know, holds will hold your board games. But this company, GameLax, has come up with a 3D printed drawers that you can put. So you can put your small games and slide them in there.
I love that.
And then look at this. They also have this where you can...
That's really nice.
Isn't that amazing?
The angle display.
And it's so beautiful, and I love this. And also, so this is, there it is. The little, almost like for cards. So it's like
card catalog, library style.
Yeah. So you can do this with all your shelves. And this one I love. You take your play mats, you put it in like this tube type thing on your shelf.
Oh, that's really cute. We've got a bunch of magic play mats right down here, and they would look way better in one of those.
Right.
Kima has said, oh my God, that would take so long to print. I'm going to go on a deep dive right now about something my friend who's very into 3D printers told me, which is that there is a new way to 3D print that is a lot faster, because the way that maybe not like the like industrial type of 3D printer is limited by the speed at which, when you're going back and forth laying plastic, there's this, when it's turning at that end point, there's like a vibration where it's like boing before it goes back the other way. And the boing, they have to go slower so you get less boing, like reverberation kind of, the vibration that happens before when you stop in order to change direction. And the faster you stop, the more boing there is. But a new firmware for, I have no idea what kind of 3D printer, just because I don't 3D print, but this is what a friend was explaining to me, is that if you could like have a computer know exactly where that boing is going to be, you can account for it, and you can move faster because the calculation of how fast the plastic is coming out is accounting for that, and that has been solved for. So some 3D printers are able to print so much faster than they were, and I thought that was wildly interesting, and I thought I'd tell you.
It's all about the boing.
All about the boing.
All about the boing.
Wow. Put that on our list of words not to say anymore. Okay.
So GameLax, that'll be out. It's going to go to backer kit in 1 week, about 6 days.
Very cool.
Yeah.
And GameLax, I think, have done a lot of other shelf solutions. I think that they are who I'm thinking of that has made just, instead of, this is a supplement to the IKEA shelf that everyone has, but I think they've also done their own original shelving.
Correct.
Yeah, that has a drawer for each full-size game. Those were very cool.
Amazing.
That they launched like, I don't know, 6-7 years ago, maybe? Yeah, it's been a minute.
It has been a minute. So that's all the games and game adjacent stuff we're going to talk about today, folks. And why don't we play a game, Becca?
Yeah, we're not done with games.
Not yet. It is time for the
Jacked Up Matchup.
Woo!
Let's go.
Let's go. All right. So today's Jacked Up Matchup is a game called Circle the Wagons.
Oh, yeah. I have seen this so many times. I'm going to sneeze. Okay.
Oh, bless you.
Sneeze while talking. That's my superpower. And I've never played, so I'm very excited.
I'm going to ask you to make a circle, because you're circling the wagons.
Oh, yeah.
Those three are in the middle.
Middle.
And then you're going to place the other cards just like this.
Yeah, okay.
Okay. Let me get this out of the way.
Oh, it's got to be perfect.
So, Circle the Wagons, folks, is a game by Stephen Armani, Danny Devine, and Paul Kluka. A game from Button Shy Games. I want to thank them for sending out the copy. Button Shy Games does a bunch of games that are this size, the ones that fit in your billfold. Right? You take your billfold
Stick that in your icebox.
Yeah. You totally stole it from me. Nice. This game in particular is one of their top-rated titles. It's a two-player game, and it's got a little bit, almost like a tile laying mechanism, and a different ways to score, different paths to victory. So as Becca has laid it out here, we have...
We got a center. We got a center. We'll get there. We'll get there.
Cool. Let me get this out of the shot. And... yeah, this is going to be a good jacked up matchup.
Jacked up matchup. Okay, once it's perfect, then we can start.
Okay.
Okay.
So what we've done is randomly chosen 3 scoring objectives here. And you'll notice, Becca, on the back of each one is a different scoring objective.
Oh,
so tons of replayability in this game. There are 6 different areas depicted on the cards. You have your mountains, you have your prairies and snow and so forth.
Oh, the background.
Yeah,
Okay,
the background.
I'm with you.
Yes. And then also the objects. You have, your gun, as you do back in the Wild West,
I got
cattle,
my
and so
gun.
forth. Yeah. So on your turn, you'll go first, and I'm going to select a card. As a second player, I'm going to select this one's our starting point. So, Becca, you're the first player. You can either take this card, or you can skip as many cards as you want and take, say, for instance, this card.
Okay, let me just quickly go over our win conditions here.
Yep.
Or scoring conditions.
Scoring conditions.
Gold country, 2 points per mine adjacent to or on a mountain territory. Okay.
So where are the mines here? The mines are...
That's this axe pick.
The axe pick, yep.
Adjacent to or on a mountain. Okay, so that's...
Like this one.
A mine?
Yeah, so here's the mine, and then this is the... You're going to put the cards like this. You're going to build a tableau, and this one now is adjacent to a mountain.
Oh, I'm taking a card.
Yes.
Okay, great. And then 7 points per group of 4 corner-to-corner forts.
Okay. That
is a lot of work. 2 points per cow in your largest cow group.
Yep.
Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and take some cows.
Okay, now let me tell you this. So this is the starting card.
Right.
You can take this one or you can take that one, but here's the thing. When you take this, you're going to put in your tableau. That means the next player, me, I get to take all these cards.
Nope. Sure don't.
Now, the rule for placement is whatever card you have in your tableau, you may place this card covering part of it, like so, or adjacent to it there. You cannot do corner to corner. And you cannot tuck stuff under, but you can place it over. Because that's going to help you. For instance, that pickaxe needs to be next to a mountain, right? So,
is it Nemalia that you lent me on my vacation recently, where you're placing over similar placement rules, except you must overlap in some way?
Yep.
Okay.
So this is the starting card. If you take this, then my turn, I will start here. Or if you take another card, then I get the others.
There's a pickaxe scoring condition, so we'll take the starting card.
Okay, here is a cattle, so I'll take that into my tableau.
Oh, yeah? You like cattle? I like cattle. Okay, let me just get clear. 2 points per mine adjacent to a mountain. So I've got a mountain here. So I could overlap like that to get my axe next to a mountain.
Perfect.
Or my mine.
Okay. So let's see, I either take this or I skip. 7 points per group of corner-to-corner forts. I'm going to take this here because I want those forts to all be lined up next to each other.
No, you don't. No, you don't. Okay. Right. Well, I've got 2 forts here, and I'm going to start a group of cattle.
Okay.
Ooh, now question, 2 points per mine adjacent to or on a mountain territory, but this won't count again for the mine.
Correct.
Okay, I need a second hammer.
I totally forgot to explain one other scoring thing.
Okay.
And it's actually a big one. So, there's 6 different areas on these cards, or 4 on each card, but there's 6 total. There's water, there are mountains, there's snow, etc.
Yeah.
At the end of the game, in addition to this scoring, we're going to score our largest group of each territory.
Okay.
So if I have, say, 2 waters next to each other, that'll be 2 points. If I have 3 snow next to each other, that's 3 points, and so forth.
Of the territory.
Yeah, so the territories. So this has a lot of scoring. You have the territories, then you have your 3 objectives here. So that may, you may want to change where you're putting stuff.
Okay.
And as I say that, I probably want to do the same thing.
I think we're okay. We'll figure it out.
Okay, I'm going to go like this. Okay, so now my turn. Ooh, I see a bunch of cattle there. I'm definitely taking that for the herd. So that is for the largest group. So I'll put that right here.
Oh man, I can't tuck under.
Yeah, cannot tuck under. That's the only rule.
Which is what I want to do. There's one fort there, but my forts don't align properly with it. These wagons do no good. Here we've got another fort. Yes. Yeah. Okay. I'll take one.
Okay.
Oh, that fort's good for you, though. Now, if I were to take this one, you get this for free.
Yes.
But is that all you get? Do you also get to take the next one?
I'm going to check on that because I really want that next one as well. After cards are played, drafting a card, you will either take the first card or move on, skip to take. Okay. Oh, so I'm going to get that, and then I will start here for my turn. So it's like basically a freebie on your
Then
turn.
I will not give you a freebie, and
Okay.
we'll place up here, so maybe we'll have a different fort area.
Okay. I am going to give...
Except my cattle. Okay, we'll figure it
Okay.
out. We'll figure it out. That's fine.
All right, I'm going to give you a freebie because I really want this fort. So you get this one.
Oh my gosh, I just get it.
Yep. And then
wow.
you will start with the next card.
Okay, I think...
We had an interesting rules point in chat that I've confirmed. You can play cards upside down.
Oh.
Okay, that
thank you,
changes
chat.
Sideways,
things.
but yes, upside down.
Upside down. Okay.
Not sideways, but upside
That's
down.
actually, yeah, it's a good
really good
thing.
to
Shout out
know.
Omega Ridley.
Thank you, Omega
Thank
Ridley.
you, Omega. All right, then things are going well, and I still get to take another one,
Yeah, now it's your turn.
Now it is my turn, and I do want this cattle. Right there.
Ooh, I don't like my choices now. Gun. I have a fort. I take that gun. I don't want to cover up my cattle.
Not many mountains left.
You know, I'm going to take this one here. So I'm going to give you another freebie. Oh. So I can add this to my cattle.
Okay. Let's see. The freebie you gave me has another pickaxe and nothing else that's scoring. So I could put a pickaxe next to a mountain. And that'll score me something. Now, is it okay if they don't line up?
Yeah, as long as they're next to an edge.
Oh, right, of course, yeah.
You're good.
Of course, because we can overlap.
Yeah.
And now I need a last fort. It is
Oh, there it is.
required, but to get my foursome, as it were, this card won't work for me at any orientation, either right side up or upside down. So I think
What about this
I'm
one?
just
Yeah.
gonna take this one
right.
so that I can get 7 points. Otherwise, all that work would have been for naught.
Yeah. So that means I get the 2 remaining cards. Those are
That's
my freebies.
right.
Cool. Which gives me the pickaxe here
Seems good?
because that's going to be adjacent and or on.
Yeah, that counts twice. That's 4 points.
Okay, and then where's the other? I don't think I have any other mountains, but I could put it here because that'll be next to that mountain.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. That's the game. Now we
That's the
score.
game?
That's it. So
All right,
let's score up our
score it
points.
up. I wish I had a piece of paper.
Yeah, how about a calculator?
I can. Ooh.
How about we calculate our own scores?
All right.
So let's
we'll do
start-
it out loud, though.
Yeah, we'll do the territories first. So as long as they're adjacent to each other, you're going to score your largest area. So let's start with snow, because that's the one that caught my eye first. I've got 1, 2. Oh, that's all I got?
Here, Oh,
I've got 2 for snow, so it's 1 point per. So 1, 2. That's it.
yeah. Here,
How'd
let's
you
move
do?
you a little more in frame.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, or maybe here.
There you go.
So for symmetry, okay, then largest area, I've got 2 grass, I've got 3 prairie.
Oh, so you're going to score each territory. So let's start with snow. I've got, for my
Thank
snow,
you.
it's 2.
I
How'd you
get
do?
it. I was paying attention. I have 0, just 1.
Just 1. Okay,
1.
cool. Let's do mountains. 1, 2, 3.
2,
Okay. Prairies. I only got 1.
3,
Uh-oh. Did we do water? No, we did not do water yet. 1.
just 1 for me as well.
Yeah. Okay, so we've done 1, 2, 3, 4 of them. What else is left? The grass.
Which is the red lines.
Yeah.
Okay, I've got 2 of
Oh
them.
my gosh, I only got 1. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We were missing 1. So snow, mountains, grass, plains, water.
Did we do? Yeah. Oh gosh, we could have done this more systematically. Did we
Yeah.
do the green?
No,
The grasslands?
the grassland. Plains. Okay, I've got.
Cool. I've got 2.
I got 1.
Okay.
So far I've got 9
Hardest
points.
part right there was remembering
Yeah.
what land formations there are.
Yeah. Okay, so we've scored our territories. Now we're going to score the objectives for the game. Starting with the gold country, 2 points per mine adjacent to or on a mountain territory.
Just 2 for me.
Okay, I've got 3, so they're 2 points each, so 6 points for me.
I got 4.
Okay.
Ooh,
it's tied.
15.
Oh
okay.
Okay.
What's fortified?
Fortified. 7 points per group of 4 corner-to-corner forts.
I've got 1.
So do I for 7 points.
Okay.
Oh, now the herd.
No, you win. You win. I have 3 cows.
I have 5 cows.
Nicely
10
done.
points. GG. How do we do? 32 to 25.
Oh, I forgot to add something.
The 7? You added the 7, right? Wait, is it tied?
No, we were both
the
at
herd?
15.
15. So we 15.
15 after Gold
After
Country.
Gold Country, we add 7,
Plus
so it's
7.
22.
And then I add 3 cows, 2 points per cow. I see.
6. Okay.
There we go. I'm at 28. That feels better.
Okay, yes. GG.
GG.
Well done.
Yeah.
So that's the jacked up matchup, folks. Circle the wagons from
Circle the
Bunshy Games.
wagons.
Cool little game, right?
Yeah. Thanks to Button Shy for designing this lovely little game.
Yeah.
That can fit in one's billfold.
Billfold. On the way to the icebox, you can game.
Yeah.
Why don't we, since we have barely enough time to share this, I really want to share this. We didn't do it last week because of tech issues, but we have, hopefully the tech is working today. We've got our Shelfie share from our friend GB Glazer. He's one of my regulars in my Discord community. And this is GB's game room.
Yeah.
As you can see there, I love this setup. Not only does he have all the calyxes here, but he's got like the single one in the middle there.
And the extra wide shelf.
Yeah, this one, the
Look at
extra
those
wide.
Big old games there on the bottom.
Yeah.
Love to see it.
We got World Wonders, got Flamecraft, Distilled. Good stuff. I see some dice thrown up there. Over here, this is what I want to point out. I love that on the table, he's got a Lego. Building a Lego. It looks like a Star Wars, some ship from Star Wars, I believe. And I do see an X-Wing there as well.
Yeah.
So, good
we
stuff.
love to see it. Zoom in on the flip-flops, love it.
Yeah.
Clask, my favorite dexterity game of all time.
Yes. Seen you do Clask over there, and where was it?
Finland. I got to go to Finland.
Amazing.
Little did I know, I was pregnant.
Oh, you didn't know that? Oh.
Well, I came back from Finland and was eating a tub of ice cream on the couch. So emotional. And then I was like, what day is it?
Wow.
Yeah. But in Finland is where the emotions hit me before I knew. While playing Clask, and you know why I knew something was off? I cried at the outcome of several Clask games.
Oh my God. Yeah, probably good. Probably a sign that you're pregnant. If you're crying over Clask.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
That's a good sign. We also had a Clask tournament here when we did last year, I guess. We did we were finally throwing a party to inaugurate the studio, and we had a little Clask tournament that Ross Thompson crushed at. I had to call in a ringer.
Yeah, nice. Well, thanks, GB, for sharing your Shelfie. Folks, if you want to share your Shelfie, come on over to the Good Time Society Discord, and we'll get those up on the screen for you.
Yeah, and also don't forget to subscribe to our newsletter. It goes out every Wednesday along with this show, and you can type bit.ly/GTS News, or maybe it's News GTS. I don't know, I forgot. Whichever one isn't a newsletter sign-up form, it's not that one.
Okay, so another great episode. Folks, thank you again for tuning in. Becca, what else we got to talk about? Oh, we got to do the points.
I got big news.
Oh, big news.
I have
big news.
sad news.
Did you win, Ray?
At least one of you. It's a co-op game this time.
Oh.
Could you amass enough transition points to outnumber the number of insane tangents that you went on over the course of it? And I will say,
no.
Ruel, you contributed 3.
Transitions?
3.
Okay.
2 and 2 halves. Becca, 1 positive, 1 negative.
Wait, what's one positive? I transitioned?
Yes, successfully, but speaking of
Rephrase.
once, I got 1. I ended up giving it to myself because we desperately need it. Just 10 in the chat got 1.
Oh, yeah.
Still not enough because we went movies, Dodgers, Blood on the Clock Tower, the TV show Beef, the philosophy of road rage, movies, Star Wars, movies, Furiosa / Joker, and 3D printing. So I guess I'll have to try again next week.
Wow.
I'm going to go ahead and say Blood on the Clock Tower is an established segment, not a tangent.
Oh, and I will throw that in for the Dodgers as well.
All right. Well, then we win by 1. If you need that W.
Oh,
We'll
did
take
need
the
it.
win.
Yeah, we'll take it.
We'll take it.
All right. Well, I think that's it for this episode of Good Morning Society. Ruel, you're amazing as always.
You're awesome, Becca. Thank you so much.
And you all are awesome. We'll see you here next week, same time, same place, and maybe we should let them know what.
Our little catchphrase?
Yeah, our catchphrase.
Go play some
Play some games, will ya?